gentlemen, introducing your host from the birthplace of extreme, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at, well, an average weight for a person of his size, Shondell Wilbur.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to another episode of the Bury the Booking Podcast, Wrestling Podcast. My name is Dell. That is Devin. Once again, Devin, how are we this week?
Can't complain, another day in the Marine Corps is like a day on the farm. Every meal is a banquet. Every paycheck is a fortune. Every formation is a parade.
And that's going to go ahead and do it for the no. Take all that information in stride.
That's a quote, Sergeant Apone, 1986 Aliens.
There you go. That's it. And I feel like I could take on the rest of the week right now, just from our less than a minute into the podcast. Let's just go ahead and chalk this one up. I'm ready to go do something else. But
it clicked into my head and I was like, let me,
you know what, when it's time to go, it's time to go. Like, you can't.
Yeah,
if that had to be said, it had to be said. And damn it, you know what, there's people out there that needed to hear that. So but I mean, there's things that happened this week. There's definitely some things to talk about, some things to discuss, some things to get into in the world of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
But I want to switch it up a little bit. We usually take it from the top. We usually take it from the top of the week most times, and we get into WWE and what they have going on with Raw and Smackdown and all that stuff. But I want to shift gears just a little bit and talk about AEW this week, because in my opinion, this was not at all a bad episode of Dynamite. This was a fairly good episode of Dynamite. There's some things that happened. Again, nobody's watching Dynamite. That's the unfortunate thing here. But we are building to the All-In show at Wembley. We got some things going on. They have some time. They have a little bit of time, not a whole lot, but they have a little bit of time to play with here. They don't have another event coming up in between that, other than the Blood and Guts show that we're going to get coming up, but that's a TV show. They don't have another pay-per-view coming up, and which gives them time to build some things. And there are some interesting things that are going on in AEW. It's just the fact that nobody's watching it, because they've built the track record of not putting stuff together to where people would care about it. Like, I feel like they got some things that, they could iron out, they could flesh out to be things could be okay leading into the Wembley show. So I just want to talk a little bit about AEW this week, Dynamite in particular, because Collision and Rampage are Collision and Rampage.
Yeah, there was nothing really going on between those.
No, nothing. Yeah, you never really get anything of merit on those shows, which sucks, because they were trying to use Collision as another big show, and it just never really ever feels like it is a show that you should be watching. It's never really like a must-see show. Every now and then they'll have a star on there, MJF or something like that'll be there, but there's nothing really going on other than like a tournament match. We had Hangman and Jay White on Collision, but other than that, But Dynamite in particular, Dynamite had the finals of the two Owen Hart matches. Which both matches were really good. We started with the Danielson and Hangman, which was the men's final. How did we? First of all, Dynamite as a whole. How did we feel about Dynamite in the grand scale of Dynamite before we chop it up a little bit?
So Dynamite started off decent with the whole MJF and Ospreay stuff, you know. Then
that was fine. That was
then it dipped. Then it got horrible.
Okay.
Then it picked back up, and then it ended.
Okay.
A lot of ups and downs. Not a lot. It's a short show, but there was some ups and some downs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like what's going on between MJF. I'm glad to have him back. I think MJF does a lot of great things for the show.
Yes. Yeah.
He brings a lot of eyes and a lot of attention.
Yeah, we're getting back to the being comfortable with MJF being a heel thing, even though the babyface thing was working.
It was.
The babyface thing was definitely working, which goes to show like what type of performer MJF is and like how good he is at just being able to either make people hate him or make people love him.
See, I came in and babyface MJF.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
So
that's right.
The heel MJF I like even more.
Okay.
Because him being a babyface, I get it, but something deep down was like, you know what, this ain't for you. You know, it didn't feel right.
Right.
Him being a babyface, he was a good babyface, but in my opinion, it didn't feel like it fit him well.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it worked, but it wasn't him.
Yeah, so I'm liking this heel stuff. I'm behind this. I'm glad I'm glad he's back. Because when I got in AEW, he was at the forefront. He was doing everything.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And now that he's back, it seems like the show has been rejuvenated. There's more people talking. There's more stuff going on.
Which is what they need.
What they need.
Yeah,
what they need.
And I think this is, you hit the nail right on the head. And I think this is why the past couple of weeks haven't been so bad on Dynamite. Again, it's just people know enough about AEW to not watch it because there's nothing going on. It's just match after match after match, which we get, we understand, we're entertained by it, but we also need that other stuff. We need that stuff to get from point A to point B. Otherwise, we wouldn't be watching a professional wrestling show. Know that, AEW is going to give you those matches. They're going to give you that stuff, and that's where they hang their hat on is, the in-ring action, which is great. But we need substance. If we're going to consume all these hours of TV that you put on, we need to care about these matches. We need to care about what's going on in the ring, why this person's wrestling this person. We can't just get on board with the fact that there's a match that I do want to see. Next week is a perfect example, or this week, I should say, coming up on Dynamite is a perfect example. We're about to get Swerve Strickland versus Kazuchika Okada. I can't wait to see that match. But why are we having the match?
I don't know.
It's, and it wouldn't be bad of us just having this match if this wasn't AEW's identity. If AEW just didn't give us great wrestler versus great wrestler go, other than, let's just give us a 2-3 week throwaway thing. I mean, I know Swerve had that little thing with the Elite trying to recruit. They were trying to recruit him for Blood and Guts, yada yada yada. But that wasn't enough to, be like, oh wow, damn, like the tension is really high. I can't wait until Okada and Swerve wrestle. Like, I can't wait for Okada and Swerve to wrestle, but they're the extra little stuff that makes things that much sweeter is not there.
Correct.
And I feel like WWE is doing that in droves right now. They're giving you all of that stuff right now, and AEW is giving you none of it. But yeah, all in all, yes, I do feel like AEW this week, there were some good things, like you said, did take a dip, but
well, the main dip was, so let me put my notes back up. Well, I knew Danielson was going to win because don't nobody care about Hangman Page.
Yeah, and at this point, I mean, it would have made sense for him to win because then we would get another match with him and Swerve at Wembley, continuing the rivalry and all that, which we kind of still are continuing the rivalry, and we'll get into that just a quick second. But I mean, Danielson needed to win this, I do believe, because, they keep selling, oh, this is Danielson's last main run, as, he wants to wrap up being a full-time wrestler this year. And he's not retiring, but he's wrapping up the full-time schedule, being, wrestling every week and putting his body through what he's putting it through.
Yeah.
Right now. And, you know, maybe having this crack at the title is what he needs, even though, you know, Danielson doesn't, I can't, you know, it doesn't look like he wants to be a champion because, you know, just the way he's been going at things. But I mean, I feel like he should have a run.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah,
I like Danielson.
Yeah,
I do.
And the match was really good. The match with Hangman was really freaking good.
Yeah.
Like, I really enjoyed that match.
Even though Hangman's irrelevant now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's some stuff happening with him, but it's not, whatever.
Not much to keep my attention.
That's fair.
Then we had what came after that? That was didn't Swerve came out.
Yeah, the Swerve came out. Then they did the whole, you know, they did the whole him getting offered the spot with the Elite for Team Elite and all that, and he said, "Oh, he's Team AEW," and you know, I guess that's what's selling the match for him and Okada. But like, it's him and Okada. Like, damn, like him versus like Nick Jackson or something like that would have been, you know, I could see you just throwing that match in there. But like, damn, like Ken Okada, like, can we get something else going on? Like, it's your number one guy, your world champion versus one of the best wrestlers in the entire world in Okada. And it's like, you're giving us this match next week and it's going to be awesome, but give us a little bit more for a TV match. Like, this is a TV match. Like, put a little bit more sauce on it, you know?
No, they're not about to do that. Come on.
Yeah, no, it's AEW.
They're not about to do none of that.
But it's
pull back.
But as soon as Swerve did say he was going to be at Blood and Guts and be in the Blood and Guts match against Team Elite, then I already knew that the fifth man for Team Elite was going to be Hangman Page. Hangman losing, it was like, oh, well, that's obvious now. Now, for him to get the Swerve, now that he can't win the tournament to get the Swerve, he's going to join Blood and Guts on the Elite side. So now the Elite has Hangman as well because Swerve's on Team AEW. Like, which is fine. I mean, that was completely obvious. There's not really a way that you could write that to not make it make sense. Like that makes perfect sense. So I was okay with that. But yeah, so we got the two people from AEW. We got pretty much the entire Elite team is set now. We know it's going to be Jack Perry, the Young Bucks, Okada, and then we have, we're going to have Hangman on that side. So, what dipped?
Yeah,
what was the hard dip for you?
How long we been on this? We've been doing this more than 10 minutes. I know YouTube don't like us cussing first 10 minutes.
I said, damn, was that bad?
Nah.
Okay.
The dip was this Jericho shit.
Oof, yes.
Yo, first off, you Samoa Joe must have been like, you know what? I just need a vacation.
You know what we're getting? We're getting season 2 of Twisted Metal.
That's why he's out. Good for you, Joe. Good for you. Get that money. Because this shit here, oh my goodness. I'm just thinking to myself, like, somebody just take the knee out on Chris Jericho one good time. I'm always advocating. I don't like seeing wrestlers get hurt,
right?
But I'm so sick and tired. Like he ruined the whole.
He brought the whole vibe of the showdown.
Yeah, I was done. I'm like, it was so hard to get back into it after seeing his face.
He did that much he did that much damage for you.
It was just too much. If it wasn't for the last match, like if I didn't the show would have been ruined after that.
Got you. Okay.
Like if it wasn't for the last match, this joint would have been done. I'd have been like, you know what? Ain't nothing to talk about.
Nothing else going on.
Yeah.
I you know what? I can understand that. That's fair.
Baby Apple. Baby Apple. That's so stupid.
Yeah, it's not.
It's called the learning tree.
I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I haven't been feeling Chris Jericho for a while. And it's not, Chris Jericho is who he is. I get it, but I'm just not feeling it. It's just not resonating with me anymore. I'm just over. It's over the Chris Jericho thing now.
Did the Hardys quit?
Well, they're not there anymore.
Okay, because they're in New Jersey right now.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah. I don't know what happened between them.
Well, nothing. That was the problem.
Oh, they weren't getting nothing done.
Nothing. There was nothing happening. Like, you got the Hardys, and they're just doing nothing.
Oh, because they're in New Jersey right now doing a wrestling thing, and then they got this crazy after party, Hardy party going on after that.
I don't know if I want to go. I don't know if I want to go to a Hardy party.
I don't know. I would want to see him.
Yeah, no, I was just,
Yeah, I don't want to party with you because y'all seem weird.
The Hardys and party, and I hope everything is well. I don't wish anything. I hope Jeff Hardy is in a very much better space than history.
No, they both looked healthy.
Yeah.
They both looked healthy. They both looked really good.
I just want to stay
rested.
Stay away from those damn parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, no more Hardy partying.
Ooh.
I don't know. Just no. But yeah, that Calgary street fight thing that was, and I get why they did what they did with Joe, but I just didn't care. I did not care.
You couldn't put Joe against somebody else.
I didn't care. Big Bill,
yeah.
I'd have been okay. Yeah, I'd have been okay with that.
Yeah, that'd have been a reason for him to be out.
Yeah, give Big Bill something else to do. Maybe he picks him up and drives him through the wall instead of the forklift thing and all that other stuff. Whatever. But but that was definitely my dip. Also, like, I always find myself now when Jericho's on, I'm doing something else. I'm watching it, I'm seeing it, but I'm actively doing something else at the time, which is not good.
I started watching Ben 10, the episode where he was fiddling with his Omnitrix and he popped the lid off of it. That was more engaging
than this learning tree segment.
Yeah.
And Samoa Joe's in there. It's a street fight, but you didn't care.
I know. I love Samoa Joe.
Yeah, you didn't care, and that's part of the problem. That's really, really part of the problem there. After that, how, anything else stood out for you?
Only the Willow Nightingale and Mariah May.
Yeah, I mean, but before that, that's.
Before that, no, I didn't care.
All right, so before that, I will say this: we are getting stuff's happening now. Hold on to your whatever you're gonna hold on to. Stuff's happening in the women's division. We got stuff happening. Whether how you feel about it or not, stuff's going on. We got the ongoing situation with Britt Baker and Mercedes Moné, which definitely feels like a big deal. I mean, that's going to be a Wembley match. Come on, how could it not be? But I'm interested to see what this is and where that's going, because that does seem like a big match. Seems like a big marquee match, something that you can sell with the right movement, AEW, with the right, pushing it and advertising it and selling it and continuing storylines, continuing consistent and coherent storylines. And right now, you don't have to do much of anything. It kind of writes itself. Like, you got Mercedes Moné. She's this big star. She came in, she won the title. And then you got Britt Baker returning, who was, homegrown, like the homegrown talent that everybody loves and everybody wants to see win, especially now that she came back and the story she told about, being out for their health reasons and all this. And then you got this arrogant, outsider coming in, getting the keys to the castle, essentially being Tony Khan's shiny new toy. and you got Britt Baker as the gatekeeper. So that's already going to be interesting. You don't really have to do too much with that. You just got to keep showing us that, and try to I guess get it to a point where you get people talking, people who wouldn't necessarily be talking about AEW, talk about AEW, and maybe they tell somebody, and maybe people start coming back, the ones who abandoned it because wasn't a damn thing happening in AEW, and they just strictly went back to watching WWE. Maybe some people come back, maybe you get new people. That's the purpose of running your shows weekly, but AEW has not been able to do that. It seems like they've been losing viewers as opposed to gaining them.
Well, with this whole Monet and the dentist lady,
Dr. Britt Baker, DMD,
I was excited to see it come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but I'm not feeling the tension between her and Monet right now.
We got time. We still got time.
That's why I wasn't stand out, because I'm just like, in my thought, I'm thinking, oh, they're gonna drop the ball with this too. They've done the women's division so nasty.
And that's the problem with AEW. They do not have a good track record in, one, keeping talent on TV that we want to see, two, doing anything, lately, doing anything coherent or long-term with things that people are interested in. Like, they do not have good faith right now, and that's just kind of how you sell your shows. You got to sell your stuff in good faith, and they don't have it.
AEW, it's hot if I'm talking about it. If I'm not talking about it, because I'm pretty much your average fan, AEW fan. I'm probably what a lot of the fans are out there who I wouldn't say I'm casual, because I do watch a lot.
Right.
But I watch a lot of TV, and if your stuff ain't hold my attention, it ain't good.
Right. No, legit.
And I'm not expecting the world, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not expecting, crazy cinematics and all this, but just give me something to hold on to.
Give me something coherent. Give me something I can come back to every week and know that I'm going to see something in that regard. Like when AEW first came out, I couldn't wait to come back on Wednesdays. Like Wednesdays, I was like, oh yeah, Dynamite's on tonight. I can't wait to see what happens with such and such and such. Now I'm like, all right, it's Wednesday. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I'll see something. I don't know.
Crazy thing is, I don't even know what channel they come on. I hear that announcer guy. It's Wednesday. Welcome back to AEW. Blah 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 blah. You spilling a bunch of nonsense, dude. Don't nobody know what you're talking about. Yes, it's Wednesday, hump day. But your show's not here. I watch it on Saturday.
Yeah, like, I can't wait to watch AEW live. Well, before, now I'm like, all right, let me hop on the game for a little bit. I'll watch it later, or I'm not.
What's that announcer's name? Shivada?
Tony Schiavone?
Tony Schiavone? They need to get rid of him.
I'm sick of
his voice.
I would have said you would have wanted to get rid of Excalibur, or
who's that?
That's the main one that says it's Wednesday. You know what that means? The guy.
No. Keep the Tony dude. Get rid of the Excalibur guy.
The one that wears the mask.
Yeah, I didn't know he wore a mask.
Yeah. They very rarely show them over there.
Yeah.
They used
that guy.
To,
he gotta
now
go.
They don't show him as much anymore.
Yeah, Tony Schiavone. He's cool. I don't mind his weird self. He's like Tony Khan's like weird uncle.
Yeah, Tony's the one that introduced Britt back when that was the one.
He's cool. I don't mind him.
Yeah,
because he be getting stuff wrong all the time.
Tony been in the business a long time.
He be forgetting stuff.
Yeah, he been in the business a very, very long time. It's like
I be cracking up. I be like, that's not. I know that's not right.
It's like Michael Cole sometimes. Michael Cole be like saying stuff, and I'm like, Michael Cole he been out there. He been not as long as Tony, but Michael Cole been out there for a minute. So it's like, what are you gonna do?
I let it slide.
Yeah, whatever.
One, it's entertaining. If you got good announcers, it's entertaining. I don't mind that. I don't mind somebody who's going to add. I don't need you to be funny all the time.
No, yeah.
But if I can get a chuckle here and there, cool, you doing your job. But that dude that announces it, no, shut up. He gotta go. I can't stand his voice.
Yeah. So I mean, let's stick on the women's. Let's stick in the women's division. And you said also that if it wasn't for the last match, if it wasn't for the way Dynamite ended, that it'd have been a loss for you. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about it. It was the women's Owen Hart finals. It was Willow Nightingale versus Mariah May with an onlooking Toni Storm.
Now here's the thing. I like Willow.
Yes.
I would like Willow to see more Willow doing big things. Personally, I think she needs to switch to WWE. Get out of this. This ain't the world for her.
I don't know, man. I
it's not. Willow can be a baby face at WWE, get teamed up with some good people, and do some fun stuff.
Yeah, I can see the presentation that they could give Willow, with the production and all that. Like, what they could probably make, she most likely be the modern day Hugger Bailey.
Yes,
that would be essentially what she would be.
And so I knew she wasn't gonna win.
Yeah, man, she won last year. So the back-to-back thing. One, it was the back-to-back thing. Willow's not gonna win. Then you have the Wembley Stadium show coming up. And then you got Toni Storm. Mariah May's right there. Like, obviously, Mariah May's going to win, and it's going to be Mariah and Toni at Wembley. Like, who the hell didn't?
I predicted that Mariah was going to turn on Toni.
Yeah, which was and that was a good call when we talked about it before, because the way it is and the way the dynamic was and the way the relationship was, it was always like it always looked on the surface that Toni Storm was going to be the one to turn on Mariah May. And, when they did it after Mariah won the match, obviously, with the whole celebration, her and Toni celebrated. I wasn't expecting it here, though. Here, it caught me off guard. I will say this was a damn good heel turn. This was a really, really good heel turn.
See, what made me catch it, that it was going to happen to Toni wasn't, how can I put this? Toni was more involved than she's been in the past during this match.
Right.
More animated. So I knew something was going down. Something was like this. I thought, is Toni going to snap on her? No. It wouldn't fit right because Luther is out there.
Right.
And if I see Luther most of the time, he gonna take an L.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Mariah's gonna get it. And then that look she gave Toni when he was at the top of the walkway, I like, there it goes, about to happen, and bow.
Yeah.
There you go.
The only reason why I didn't think so is because, they're in Calgary. It's the Owen Hart, it's the Owen Hart couple. Like, I thought they were going to do the whole belt giving ceremony thing, but I mean,
this was better.
But, I kind of thought that they were going to keep the Owen Hart stuff, being, listen, Owen Hart, the tournament thing just happened. They just started, the relationship for a few years now, but it's still fresh. Like, I kind of thought that they would keep that separate, that part from the storyline elements, but this made it that much better. This made it that much more impactful that it happened, that she took the Owen Hart the championship, and then she beat Toni with it, and she beat Luther with it, and then she took Toni's shoe, and like, this was really good.
This now brings, what it does is it gets people talking more about Owen Hart, the tournament, because you're gonna be like, yo, do you remember what happened when such and such cracked the chick upside the head? Oh, it's gonna bring more people into and more attention to, one, the foundation, because Cat's gonna try to be Googling what the Owen Hart Foundation is. There's gonna be memes, there's gonna be pictures everywhere. and people gonna want to know. That's why I think this was the perfect place to do it. This was the perfect time. And if there wasn't any blood, they would have done it no justice.
Yeah, this made this very impactful, and this will get people talking. Yeah, even if it's even if it's not about that, it's going to get that visual of Mariah standing over Tony just bleeding, and then that's what you tell people. That's what you like. Yo, you got to see this, and then the fact that it was it was rough. Like she was laying in those shots with that with the shoe. Like when she was cracking her, and then she kissed her and had the blood all over her. Like this is the stuff you show. Like this is the stuff that's like, oh damn, well, what's going on here? Like that's the type of stuff that you need to try to get eyes on it. And then again, they're going to the Wembley show, so we need to take this and expand on it. Don't fuck this up, because you got something here. Like I said, people are already old school AEW wrestling fans are already invested in Britt Baker coming back and shutting Mercedes Moné up. So we have that going for the women's division also. And then we have this, we all knew it was going to end up in a turn, but the friendship turned bad, heel turn Mariah May stuff. Like that's what you hang on. That's what you hang on, and that's where you sell your pay-per-views. And I feel like the women's division has some momentum here in AEW right now, so maybe we don't fuck this up, but
maybe you never know.
Maybe. I'm just saying maybe. So I don't know. Maybe they don't fuck it up. We'll see. But we got the Wembley show coming up. Let's switch gears. We gave AEW. We did something for AEW. AEW, you once you put stuff out that gives us a chance to talk about it, we'll talk about it.
Except for Collision.
Yeah, no, we don't need to. Collision happened. It came on TV and it went off.
I watched it.
Yeah, I watched it. Okay, sure. Let's switch over to WWE now, because there is some things to talk about here. Let's start at Monday night. Let's start on Raw. Let's start from the top there, and let's start from the CM Punk promo that led to Seth Rollins promo and all that, which set the tone for the night for essentially for Monday Night Raw. How'd you feel about Raw as a whole? And then we'll start from the promo and work our way down.
I had no issues with Raw. There was some things that was going on that I was like, that was predictable. One big surprise, but most of the stuff was just continuations of stories and stuff like that. Like what
imagine that. AEW continuations.
What was going on between CM Punk? He came out, he talked smack about Drew. I knew that was going to happen. Yeah. He wanted Drew back, but when Rollins came out, I knew they're going to beef with each other.
Yo, first of all, this was the most jerk ass I'm trying to apologize to you thing. Like, my God.
Yeah. And I didn't like that from CM Punk. You apologizing.
I mean,
I didn't like that.
We all knew it wasn't genuine.
No, he shouldn't. I know why it was being done, but him trying to force that apology out of his mouth, I'm like, I got a bad taste in my mouth from that. Like, ooh, you real soft now, dude. Like, I ain't like that. I didn't see him. No. I needed some blows, not even physically blows, but just words exchanged violently towards each other.
I mean, he did it without doing it, because he's like, oh, I apologize. And then he goes, but because it's you, I can't be really that sorry, can I? And I'm like, damn, you just completely just turned that whole, you said it. I knew it wasn't genuine. Seth Rollins knew it wasn't genuine. The crowd knew it wasn't genuine. And then you just went on ahead and did it. But but Seth Rollins, Seth went in on him, man.
Yeah. He was. It felt like he's really pissed off.
So they're not cool. Like not they're not people that are going to be backstage buzzing it up, having a couple laughs. I wouldn't imagine. So, there's some in the midst of Seth Rollins's promo was, he was talking to CM Punk, but he was also talking to Phil. So it wasn't.
I'm
some silver lining in there.
I would love to see them to go at it.
Oh yeah,
that would be great.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And that gives a little bit of wait a minute. Can we get a Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre tag team against CM Punk? No, triple threat match.
I'm okay with that.
Triple threat. And beat each other up for a little bit.
Yeah, triple threat match. Then Punk can have his individual rivalries with them. Yeah. With them individually, he can have his rivalry with Drew, which he obviously does. He can have his rivalry with Seth Rollins, which he obviously does.
But it was nice Seth's going to be able to get another shot at that belt.
Yeah. So let's talk about that part of it too. So essentially, at Money in the Bank, once CM Punk did what he did and screwed up everything, Seth Rollins was as they used on the PLE, they used collateral damage, as Seth Rollins not winning was no longer able to challenge Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship. But Damian Priest backstage gave, pretty much said, I'm not worried about that. If you want another crack, you can get another crack. So that plays into further establishing and driving, that distinction from us watching this show, that Damian Priest is different from Judgment Day. Like, Damian Priest is moving a little further away each week from what the idea of Judgment Day is. Like, he's, trying to stand on his own 2 feet. He's doing, XYZ, and, people are rallying more behind him and leaving the Judgment Day stuff behind.
Well, I'd be more impressed by Priest if he won a match without help.
Right. So
that's all I'm looking for.
Yeah. And the thing is, the way they did it is like, he's not the person that is like, he's not the one asking for the help. He's the one that's like winning these matches because other stuff is happening around him. It's like, well, damn, Damian Priest can't win a match on his own. So it's like, I feel like, something's got to happen. Something's got to maybe the match with Gunther at SummerSlam is clean and he wins.
That I would like. Because here's the thing. If you beat Gunther, then that means something.
Right.
That means a whole lot.
Maybe by then, this wedge with Judgment Day is way far, way further away. Maybe he and Judgment Day are so far detached, there's going to be no outside, BS from them, or whatever happens with this storyline. And it does wind up just being Damian Priest doing it by himself and getting a clean win over Gunther.
And that'd be great, And then let me jump off track real quick here. When am I getting my Kaiser Dragunov Tag Team Championship?
They're on 2 separate ends of the world right now. Doesn't look like Dragunov is doing his own other thing.
Come on. Can you imagine them as tag team champions?
Not right now.
Whatever he's doing with Sammy, I get it. That's your boy. But Ludwig is better than Sammy. Hands down.
Okay.
And I would do them as a tag team champion. Crazy. You tell me that wouldn't be crazy?
No, that would be very enjoyable.
Come on. Drop this Sammy BS. I don't care about Sami Zayn, whatever. I don't care. I need to see my Eastern Europeans together. Gunther, Ludwig, Dragunov. Y'all got rid of
Exactly.
Yeah.
We knew this was going to happen. We said it.
Yeah.
We said
Giovanni.
The second Giovanni Vinci got outed from Imperium, we knew exactly what was going to happen, and exactly that happened.
Forgot who he was.
What's his name? Has he been on TV since he got drafted?
No.
He's gone. It's over.
Damn.
It's over. He got Janetti'd.
Yeah. What else came after that promo from Seth and him? Oh, Chad Gable and Jey Uso.
I mean, it's not a bad feud.
Can I say something though?
Yes.
I'm missing Jimmy. I'm missing Jimmy, yo.
Wow. Those of you who have listened to the Bury the Booking podcast for, coming up to a year, we've been doing this for those of you who knew about this and have been listening. Thank you, number one. And two, should know Devin's hate for Jimmy Uso.
Yeah. I miss it.
This is a revelation here.
I miss it. I saw a TikTok of him. I'm like, damn, I need you back on TV, yo. Like,
missing the Jimmy Uso.
Yeah.
Wow.
I need the hate.
What are things coming to?
I need the hate. There's nobody else to hate. Chad Gable flipped the script. I love Chad Gable.
Yeah.
So I can't hate on Chad. I need you back. I'm running out of people to hate on.
Yeah, I mean, that's wow.
Man.
But yeah, so Jey Uso and Chad Gable. This was fine. This was okay.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not mad at that.
Who else came after that? Oh, I don't care about Pete Dunne.
I mean, that's fair. I like Pete Dunne, but I get it.
I don't like that haircut.
I get it.
Because when I saw Pete Dunne, I'm like, first, I ain't seen you in a while.
I think I'm the only person amongst people that I know and talk to that give a shit about Pete Dunne.
No, I didn't care. I know who he is because I've seen him before and stuff like that. But when he showed up, I'm like,
you don't care.
I did not care about him. You didn't? I'm like, oh, I saw Bronson Reed. I'm like, oh shit, Bronson Reed about to put him through the mat. That's all I could think of.
Wow.
Damn. Sorry, Pete.
Yeah, look, man.
First off, you need a better name than Pete.
Hey, man, Pete Dunne's fine. It was better. I liked it better than Butch. I was never
Butch.
When he was with the what the hell would they call themselves? The Brawling Brutes with Ridge Holland and Shane.
Oh, okay.
That was dumb.
Butch.
That was dumb. That was dumb. Did I say it was dumb? Because it was dumb. Yeah, I mean, after that, then we had on the Chad Gable topic, we had Chad Gable, of course, thinking that the latest video was still about him.
He paranoid.
Yeah, which I love. It's absolutely crazy. But
because he had me believing it. I'm like, are they after him? No, they don't even. He's not even on the radar.
He was just somebody that was
there.
He's somebody that was there, and this is all about him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, that new promo was really good. Really, really liking the Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy stuff. And
I had to explain that to my daughter.
Okay.
She was like, they're the same people. So, no, they're not. Yes, they are.
Yeah, Bo Dallas and Uncle Howdy, it's the same guy.
She's like, well, how does he record? Then there was a 45 minutes of showing how to do green screen and image overlays. And she was like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, yes.
It is. Yeah.
But they're the same person.
Yeah. And then we actually got Bo Dallas in in the arena in Adam Pearce's office with that really creepy turnaround. Like that was.
He's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's excellent.
I can't. I'm liking the slow burn of this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
They still do Halloween Havoc.
It's an NXT thing now.
They could take it for a day.
Well, I mean, they're bringing Bad Blood back out, so which is Bad Blood was kind of like that little it was the first Hell in a Cell match and all that.
And the women's, I think Triple H announced they're thinking about women's Intercontinental and women's U.S. Championship.
Why not? Why not?
Gives women division more opportunity to go after some different belts.
Yeah, they have the tag team, and then give them women's singles. They have on NXT. They have the women's North American Championship now.
Yeah.
So that's a secondary title for them. So yeah, why not? Why not? Speaking of women, let's talk about the main woman. Let's talk about the person you've been enjoying this entire time. The person who has been the focal point of Monday Night Raw for the past quite a while since winning the World Heavyweight Championship. Talk about Liv Morgan being riddled all over this show, the Judgment Day stuff, the Dominic stuff, getting ready for this match, all of that.
She doing great work, yo.
Yeah, Liv Morgan's awesome.
Great work. I'm like, this championship run has been so entertaining.
It has, yes.
So entertaining. And then the people who are playing off what she's doing.
Yeah.
Great. Like what Carlito said when she was stretching him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so
I'm not gonna repeat that here.
Yeah, so like, you got her, she's doing everything right. She's in the clubhouse, she's playing PlayStation, she's everywhere. And she got the mixed tag match with Rhea and Zelina for the main event with her and Dominic and all this. And, Damian Priest continues to be like, consequences, that actions have consequences and all this and that. So, and then that also plays into Damian Priest's, the whole Judgment Day stuff with him not telling them what was next, even though he was on the phone saying, "Yo, where you're at," and all this other stuff. But because he is not liking this whole Liv Morgan thing, but because he sees what's going on, but Liv is doing so good at like just infiltrating Judgment Day and just everything. Like she's got Finn, like playing games with Finn and doing all this and that. So she's been working, man. Liv Morgan has been working.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, obviously we got to talk about that main event, the main event, the Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega match.
Can we all right. Rey Mysterio is like 110 years old. Still got moves. I need Rey to retire. Not retire, but step back.
Whoa,
Coach.
Whoa. Okay.
I need you to take a step back, Rey. I saw a couple stumbles that shouldn't have happened.
I mean,
You know what I mean? I'm watching. I'm like, oh, that 619 looked a little sloppy. You bouncing off these ropes. You ain't got that same spring in that right knee.
What I'm not going to do, I'm not going to give him those Jericho chants.
No. No.
He just did. Rey Mysterio does not deserve those please retire chants.
No. Rey, I like to see Rey running the LWO, but I don't need to see Rey in the ring.
Maybe not as
not
often.
All the time.
Yeah, right.
Special events. Rey come out, hit somebody with something crazy, backflip, double somersault into the stands. Yeah. But my thing is, I want to preserve Rey for another 10 years.
Yeah.
Because I like Rey Mysterio. I need to be, and if I don't want you to pull a Adam Copeland and shatter your leg, you know.
I mean, Ray's been doing enough risky stuff to where, it might not look the best, but Adam Copeland wasn't doing none of that shit. He was, and then you decided to jump off the cage. Like, who told you that was a good idea?
The fans hyping him up.
We all knew this was a bad idea.
Yep.
Like the second he started climbing, it was like, oh, this is not good. Like, don't do this.
I watched it like 16 times.
It's like, don't do this.
I saw the point of impact when it broke. I was like, there it is.
Oh,
I'm gonna get that on a t-shirt.
There it is.
Yeah, with his leg snapping. Crazy thing, I follow him on social media. Like,
so you don't hate the man.
I don't hate him at all. I wish him the best, speedy recovery. But
yeah, no. So this match was a TV main event. It was it was nothing crazy, nothing over the top, nothing But the one thing,
Selena Vega, she's married to
Malachi Black.
But yes, I can't talk no trash about her. I'm not. I like Malachi Black. That's your wife. Your wife is okay with me. Just you cool by association, Vega.
By proxy.
Yeah.
But
that's it.
Yeah, good good TV match. But what happened, the main thing that happened was there's two main things that happened. One main thing for the match was Rey Mysterio finally took a loss to Dominic. Dominic finally was able to beat his dad, beat Rey Mysterio, pin Rey's shoulders to the mat for the 1, 2, 3, and he got excited about this. Why wouldn't you? You finally put if you're for Dominic, you finally put your deadbeat dad in his place, right? And Liv Morgan, ever the opportunist, decides to play off of this and, does the whole hugging thing, which turns into, we're on the mat. And then, Dominic started to lose himself a little bit, just a little bit.
See, the thing I have with this, Rhea ain't never done nothing like this for him. Nothing.
True.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You walking around calling this lady Mami and all this other stuff. She never helped stretch out your hamstrings. You know what I mean? I ain't see her buying no PlayStation.
Because he was like, oh, this actually feels good. He never experienced that before.
Rhea been neglecting, stringing him along like a little puppy dog. Now she upset that somebody else came in with I was about to say a bigger bone, and snatching your man up. I'd have be honest, I don't know, Rhea's a special beast, but you getting attention like that, you might as well jump ship.
Rhea's that unicorn though. Like if you're Dom, you're just Dominic with Mysterio. Like if it's Rhea Ripley, you might as well just stay for the ride. But I get it though. Like Liv's over here being Liv, and
it happens. So.
But the main thing was the return of Rhea Ripley right before Dominic was about to go in for that kiss. Perfect timing, of course. And then Rhea comes out, and then just both of them look like they seen a ghost. And Liv was like, "Yep, I'm out of here."
Yeah, she rolled quick. She forgot a belt and everything.
Yeah, she hightailed it out of there. The only person that did not get away and could not get away because they were petrified with fear was Dominic Mysterio. So Rhea returns, runs Liv off, and Dominic, of course, like, oh, hi, hey, everything's cool, and everything's not cool. So he's in the doghouse with Rhea Ripley, which is never a good place to be at all. One, Rhea's number one mad at Liv for putting her on the shelf when she was in the middle of one of the best title runs. So we got that. We got to have that situation. Then her, pretty much destroying Judgment Day from the inside.
I don't think she destroyed it. She made it a little better.
Well, and then you got to figure now, Rhea feels some type of way about Judgment Day now because of what Liv did. So you can take Rhea and Damian Priest and put them on this one side over here, and then the rest of Judgment Day's over here. So, she's not going to be coming back and being thrilled about whatever's going on in Judgment Day. And then Damian Priest is still already that way. And then Damian Priest and Rhea are obviously still cool because she called them to tell them she was here.
Yeah.
And then he kept the secret of them because he wanted Dominic Mysterio to experience that. So Rey and Damian are still cool, obviously. And then you got the rest of Judgment Day. So I don't know.
See, they should have kept R-Truth in the group. Maybe would have kept y'all right.
Was it this whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be interesting. It is definitely going to be interesting. I mean, we could talk about SmackDown for like a quick minute. SmackDown was okay. Mainly the
only thing was that I saw from SmackDown was when you had Tiffany about to cash in,
and Nia Jax was like, "Yeah, nah, what's up?
What you about to do?"
Yeah. So this whole thing, and this is what we knew was going to happen with Tiffany Stratton winning the Money in the Bank, and then Nia Jax having her match coming up with BBL Bailey, as she called her, and but like we knew this dynamic. We knew this was going to be something.
Yeah, SmackDown didn't have anything but there was matches, but it was mainly just setups.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we're leading into stuff like we set that up.
Nia Jackson Meechin, that was what it was.
Yeah, we're setting that up. You got LA Knight with the contract thing, setting up a match with Logan Paul for SummerSlam. We get that. The other setup was, of course, we're still getting to the Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa thing.
Oh, the A-Town Down Under fallout.
Yep, exactly.
They're falling apart.
Yep, yeah, with their rematch they had with DIY. So, like you said, this was the show. It was a good show, solid show, but it was the show of like we're definitely turning things around, getting to SummerSlam. So SummerSlam's coming up, and we need to start. We need to start steering that ship right there.
Yeah,
so a lot of stuff and almost everything that happened on SmackDown was gearing up for SummerSlam.
Yeah. Paving the way, setting everything up.
Yeah, like you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. But, SummerSlam's going to be predictable. I've already figured out who's going to win what and what's going to happen. But it's good to see it play out.
Yeah, of course. You might get that one surprise, maybe.
I don't know. Who would be a surprise?
I don't know. I mean, maybe Randy turns on him. Maybe Randy turns on Cody at SummerSlam. I mean, he's obviously at some point going to be turning on Cody.
Who?
Randy. Like we know Randy's turning on Cody.
Randy,
at some point. Maybe he turns on him then. Maybe whatever happens with maybe a big thing happens with the Solo Sikoa Cody Rhodes match. We do get the return of Roman Reigns at SummerSlam.
And he has to come back.
And then that kicks off the whole bloodline thing. Maybe you get your Jimmy Uso back because Jimmy is obviously going to be siding with Roman. Got to bring Jay back into the fold. We got to get the OG bloodline versus the new against the new bloodline. And after we get past SummerSlam, we're going to be leaning towards getting to November and the Survivor Series. So I'm thinking everything leads up to a War Games match between old bloodline, new bloodline. I mean, that would better way to have a match like that.
Yeah,
War Games. You got we'll see where it goes.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like right now. It would be? I guess it would be the 4-4. I think you got Jacob Fatu, you got Tama Tonga, Tangaloa, Solo Sikoa. So, and then you would have Jimmy, Jay, Roman,
Cody. He's not part, but
hey, look,
who knows?
I don't know. Bring Sami Zayn back for old time's sake.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, it's
we got time.
Yeah, we got time. We got
plenty of time to check everything out, see what's happening, see how it all unfolds.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. But this would be a very interesting week, seeing what happens with the return of Rhea Ripley and see if AEW is still planning on, getting things together and showing us something on a consistent basis. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. We'll see. Not hope, but we'll see. That's going to go ahead and do it for us on the Bury the Booking podcast. I want to thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening, watching, however you decide you want to choose to consume our show. Please like, share, follow, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, whoever. We're here. We're not going anywhere. Like I said, we are approaching a year coming up in a few short episodes, which is going to be exciting, our SummerSlam episode. So please stay tuned for that. And thanks again for the support, and we will see you next time.